Everyone is searching for the next great opportunity in Arizona real estate, and many believe they've found it at Blossom Rock, a new community where homes are getting scooped up fast as buyers hope to get in ahead of the rush and the price increases. But is it really worth all the buzz? And if you buy a home here, will it really skyrocket in value like everyone's saying? Today I'm going to give you a tour of Blossom Rock, and we'll cover the benefits this community offers, what you might not love if you move here, and why homeowners in a sister community are feeling let down by the same developer. Now, before I show you around, we need to start with the location because you've probably never heard of this suburb, and it doesn't have the best reputation. Blossom Rock sits in the southwest corner of Apache Junction, and people who live in the Phoenix metro love to crack jokes about AJ. And if you look up the ratings for things like schools or crime and safety, you'll see why. They're not great, just to save you some time. But Apache Junction has one huge advantage, and that's a ton of buildable land to satisfy the huge appetite for new construction homes around Phoenix. And Blossom Rock almost feels like an extension of Mesa or Queen Creek because it's way closer to those spots than to the heart of AJ. So what's life really like at Blossom Rock? To answer that, let's take a quick look at Eastmark, a community just 2 miles to the west. It's been one of Arizona's hottest places to buy a home for the past decade. Both communities are being built by the same developer, Brookfield Residential, who is bringing a lot of the things that made Eastmark such a hit to Blossom Rock. I actually live in Eastmark, so here are some of the benefits that you can expect when you move to Blossom Rock. The first one is connection. When I moved to Arizona, I chose Eastmark because I wanted to meet my neighbors and make friends. I didn't know anyone here, and I wanted a place where my kids could find friends too. Eastmark delivered on that big time, and Blossom Rock is being marketed the same way. If you've always wanted to live in a community where you actually know your neighbors, this is your chance. My block has people of all ages and stages of life, but everyone is looking for the same sense of community. So how does a neighborhood help people get to know each other? At Eastmark, the HOA gets people out of the house by throwing 4 big parties every year: Halloween, a holiday celebration, a spring festival, and a 4th of July bash. Blossom Rock will be the same, so you'll have plenty of chances to connect with people. Another carryover from Eastmark is resident-led clubs to help you find people with similar interests. So if you want company while you're doing yoga, let go, hammies, come on. Or maybe you want to shank a few golf balls with some friends. Ooh. Or you may love cars and you want to share strategies on keeping your paint spotless. Now, if those don't help you make a friend, the next benefit might: the amenities. When we moved into our home in Eastmark, I took my kids to this playground, and we met all of our neighbors who were out here with their kids. Blossom Rock is going to give you the same opportunity with parks scattered throughout the community. Some will be smaller ones, tucked into neighborhoods kind of like this. Others will be bigger, like this fella. This is Painted Sky Park, which is home to the fishing lake, and the new community center and pool will be perched on the edge of this thing to give you a nice view of the water. There's also this cool play area called Miners Run. It has this spongy surface to protect little ones in case they take a tumble, a whole bunch of slides. Oh, this is bumpy. Some swings, lots of places to climb, and even this thing, which I believe they're calling the tree house, even though this looks nothing like a tree. Of course, there's also the homes, and you'll have 5 different builders to choose from. This will give you access to a variety of floor plans and price points, so there should be something for everyone. Another great perk will be the Great Hearts Academy that's going in right over there, across the street from Painted Sky Park. This is a highly rated charter school that doesn't charge tuition, and it's expected to open for the 2026 school year. Outdoor lovers are going to enjoy easy access to nature. The Superstition Mountains are home to hundreds of trails, and they're a short drive away. Canyon and Saguaro Lakes are really close too. If you'd prefer not to hop in the car, you can always just use one of these. There's gonna be miles of trails at Blossom Rock, so it'll be easy to get out for a walk or get on your bike and ride to the community center. Safety first. Now, so far, you probably think this place looks amazing, but sometimes you can be blindsided when a community takes an unexpected turn. So there is a danger when you buy a house in a brand new community, and it's simply the unknown. This was something that burned the early residents of Eastmark, which I'll tell you about in just a minute. But we need to look at some of the unknowns at Blossom Rock because there's already something that has disappointed a lot of people. One thing everyone expected when Brookfield announced the plans for this community was access to a lower price point. I had a ton of clients who were excited because they wanted to live in a place like Eastmark while taking advantage of the Apache Junction discount. But the pricing here is way more than anyone expected, with the smallest and least expensive home currently starting at a base price of $495,000. Some of the larger David Weekley homes are creeping up towards $1 million. Personally, I think that's a stretch for a community that's located on the very far edge of the metro area. The builders will tell you how amazing this place will be, but right now, it's still very much a work in progress. Brookfield has a promotional video up on Blossom Rock's website that shows people out having fun around a community. Problem is, that's Eastmark, not Blossom Rock, because if you're here and you look around, it looks a bit incomplete. And if you zoom out a bit more, the area around it looks really incomplete. We're in the middle of the desert out here, and there's literally nothing around it. The nearest grocery store is the Safeway in East Mesa. That's 3 miles away. And you're looking at closer to 10 miles to reach any other decent shopping or dining. Brookfield has plans for a commercial center to be built here, but you should be cautious with any promises made by the developer, because over at Eastmark, we're still waiting on several things we were supposed to have by now. When Eastmark broke ground in 2013, it was really isolated, just like Blossom Rock. But potential buyers were promised that incredible businesses would be on the way soon. There were plans for a beautiful shopping district in the middle of the community, a huge hotel and convention center, and even an 18-hole championship golf course. Eastmark has almost 18,000 people living here, so the plan worked. But as of today, our shopping center currently looks like this. And the only golf course we have is disc golf, because the rest was transformed into a bunch of warehouses and data centers. Now, not all of this is Brookfield's fault. The hotel chain that was signed up to build the convention center went bankrupt, and the city of Mesa has put up some roadblocks on the shopping district. But instead of trying to find another company to make the hotel and golf course happen, Brookfield pivoted and sold the land to a bunch of tech companies who threw up these eyesores. And the primary reason Mesa is pushing back on the shopping center is because one of the city council members lives in Eastmark and doesn't believe the current plans deliver on what we were all promised. Nobody really knows if this will happen around Blossom Rock, but there does seem to be a lot of industrial buildings going up nearby, like this giant LG battery plant a few miles away. But there's also going to be thousands of new homes here, and retailers will want to cash in on the chance to be close to so many new customers. So is Blossom Rock the next big thing? Honestly, it might be. Phoenix is still expanding, and Chandler, Gilbert, and Mesa all benefited from the growth, but those places are starting to run short on land. Apache Junction and Blossom Rock should be in line to join the cool kids table. But finding the right community is only a small piece of the puzzle, because Arizona is a unique place, and you might be wondering if you'd even like living here. So you should watch this video next, because it just might change how you feel about moving here.